Iron Man. Iron Man launched the MCU, and its post-credit scene lit the fuse. A surprise visit from Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson, introduced the Avengers Initiative to Tony Stark. For comic fans, it was thrilling. For newcomers, a strange tease. But the short exchange planted the seeds of a connected universe and remains one of the most iconic post-credit moments, perfectly capturing the ambition behind Marvel's cinematic experiment. But before we explain every Marvel movie post-credit scene in timeline order, a real quick ask that if you're new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button now. It's one small click for you, but a huge deal for us. Thanks. The Incredible Hulk. Tony Stark wants to put a team together. A month after Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk continued building the MCU. In its post-credit scene, Tony Stark meets General Ross in a bar, hinting at assembling a team. The line, "What if I told you we were putting a team together?" felt like more than just a setup. It confirmed that Marvel was creating something big. It also hinted that Stark might have once planned to lead the Avengers himself. Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 ends with Agent Coulson arriving in the New Mexico desert, reporting that, "We found it." The camera then reveals a crater with Thor's hammer Mjolnir lying in the center. This marked the first time an upcoming solo film, not just a character or idea, was teased in a post-credit scene. It subtly expanded the world and built anticipation for Thor for fans, while reinforcing the growing importance of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s presence. Thor. Thor's post-credit scene ties directly into the Avengers. Erik Selvig is recruited by Nick Fury to study a mysterious object, the Tesseract. But here's the twist. Loki, thought dead, is shown manipulating Selvig, echoing his words. It was the first movie tease of Loki's return and the true threat behind the upcoming team-up movie. This scene laid the groundwork for the Avengers, while also introducing one of the Infinity Stones for the first time. Captain America, the First Avenger. After Steve Rogers wakes up in modern-day New York, Captain America's post-credit scene shows him training alone in a gym, trying to adjust to his new reality. Nick Fury appears once again, asking for his help to save the world. But this wasn't just another cryptic tease. This moment led straight into the Avengers trailer, igniting hype for the MCU's first major crossover and marking a new era in cinematic storytelling. The Avengers. The Avengers broke new ground by including a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene. In the mid-credits, we meet the mysterious Thanos for the first time. The other warns him that challenging the Avengers would be to court death. Thanos turns and smirks, a direct nod to comic fans. Though briefly portrayed by Damien Poitier, this marked the start of Marvel's long-term villain arc, with Josh Brolin taking over as Thanos in future films. The Avengers post-credits. After the intense Battle of New York, the Avengers gave audiences a moment of levity. The final post-credit scene shows the newly formed team silently eating shawarma in a wrecked restaurant, a callback to Tony Stark's throwaway line during the climax. This was Marvel's first end-credit moment, played purely for laughs, not plot. Simple, quiet, and oddly satisfying. It became an instant fan favorite and cemented Marvel's tradition of humorous final tags. Iron Man 3. Rather than tease the future, Iron Man 3 delivered a more introspective post-credit scene. Tony Stark narrates the entire film as if in therapy, and it's revealed he's been venting to Bruce Banner. Mark Ruffalo's Hulk listens patiently but disinterestedly, before admitting, "I'm not that kind of doctor." It's a playful moment that strengthens their bromance and provides light closure to Tony's arc, while reminding viewers that these heroes still connect even between battles. Thor: The Dark World. In the mid-credits of Thor: The Dark World, the Infinity Stones start to take center stage. With the Ether, Reality Stone, deemed too dangerous for Asgard, Lady Sif and Volstagg deliver it to the mysterious Collector, played by Benicio del Toro. He ominously remarks, "1 down, 5 to go." This scene teases Guardians of the Galaxy and signals Marvel's shift towards its cosmic storyline, while laying the foundation for Infinity War's overarching plot. Thor: The Dark World. The post-credit scene in Thor: The Dark World takes a romantic detour. Thor returns to Earth and shares a kiss with Jane Foster, confirming their reunion after the film's events. Meanwhile, a leftover frost beast from Jotunheim is shown loose on Earth. Though it's played more for humor than significance, the moment doesn't push the MCU forward, but wraps up Thor and Jane's storyline before her long absence in upcoming films like Ragnarok. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier's mid-credit scene shifts to Baron von Strucker, a Hydra leader secretly holding Loki's scepter. He unveils 2 powerful test subjects, Pietro and Wanda Maximoff, making their MCU debut. Played by Aaron Taylor-Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen, the twins display their abilities in a brief but striking tease for Avengers Age of Ultron. This moment not only connected Hydra's experiments to the Infinity Stones, but also planted seeds for future MCU conflicts. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. The film's post-credits scene offers a quieter, more personal moment. Bucky Barnes visits the Smithsonian, discovering an exhibit on Captain America and the Howling Commandos. Slowly, he begins piecing together memories of his past life and friendship with Steve Rogers. It's a subtle yet emotional beat that hints at his growing self-awareness. This small moment becomes more significant in Civil War, setting Bucky on the path toward redemption and eventually leadership within the Thunderbolts. Guardians of the Galaxy. After sacrificing himself to save the team, Groot is reborn as a tiny sapling, and he's already got rhythm. The mid-credit scene shows baby Groot dancing to the Jackson 5's I Want You Back while trying to avoid being caught by Drax. This adorable, music-driven tag became an instant fan favorite, assuring audiences that Groot's story was not over. It perfectly captured the film's heart, humor, and quirky tone, solidifying Guardians as one of the MCU's most lovable entries. Guardians of the Galaxy post-credits. In one of Marvel's most bizarre post-credit scenes, Howard the Duck makes his MCU debut, sipping a drink with a collector after his collection is destroyed. It's a sly nod to Marvel's oddball history, reviving the character decades after his infamous 1986 flop. The scene also briefly features Cosmo the Space Dog, who'd later join the Guardians. While mostly played for laughs, it cemented Guardians as a place where anything, no matter how weird, could happen. Avengers Age of Ultron. The Age of Ultron post-credit scene wastes no time. Thanos, now fully portrayed by Josh Brolin, retrieves the Infinity Gauntlet and mutters, "Fine, I'll do it myself." This ominous moment signals that he's done waiting for others to fail. He will personally hunt the 6 Infinity Stones. Short but chilling, it sets the stage for the massive Infinity War saga and confirmed that Marvel's overarching villain was ready to make his move on the universe. Ant-Man. In Ant-Man's mid-credit scene, Hank Pym reveals a prototype Wasp suit to his daughter Hope, finally acknowledging her readiness for hero work. Hope smiles and says, "It's about damn time," hinting at her future as the Wasp. This was a nod to her comic book counterpart, an original Avenger, and set the stage for her official debut in Ant-Man and the Wasp. The moment blends family reconciliation with a clear tease for Marvel's next phase. Ant-Man post-credits. The post-credits scene is a direct clip from Captain America Civil War. Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson debate what to do with the captured Bucky Barnes. Mention of the Sokovia Accords confirms political tensions are brewing, and Sam suggests they contact a guy he knows, Scott Lang. This callback to Sam's earlier encounter with Ant-Man builds anticipation for Civil War, making it one of Marvel's most effective teasers for the next big crossover event. Captain America Civil War. Civil War's mid-credit scene shows Steve Rogers escorting Bucky Barnes to Wakanda, where T'Challa offers him sanctuary while scientists work to remove his Hydra programming. The shot pans to reveal the massive Panther statue, giving audiences their first real glimpse of Wakanda's grandeur. This moment perfectly set up Black Panther too, and deepens the bond between Steve and Bucky, while showing T'Challa as both protector of his people and willing ally to outsiders. Captain America Civil War post-credits. The post-credit scene shifts to Peter Parker's bedroom, where he examines a high-tech upgrade gifted by Tony Stark. The playful exchange with Aunt May about his bruises hides a deeper setup for Spider-Man Homecoming, teasing the mentor-mentee dynamic between Stark and Parker. The scene also plants Spider-Man firmly in the MCU's larger web of heroes, balancing teenage humor with the promise of an exciting future for Tom Holland's version of the character. Doctor Strange. The mid-credit scene of Doctor Strange uses a scene from Thor Ragnarok. Thor visits the Master of the Mystic Arts to seek help finding Odin. Strange quickly agrees on the condition that Thor return to Asgard once the mission is done. This short exchange establishes a surprising but natural link between magic and mythology in the MCU, while teasing an upcoming adventure that would unite two of Marvel's most charismatic and powerful heroes. Doctor Strange post-credits. In the post-credits scene, Mordo visits Jonathan Pangborn and steals his magic, leaving him paralyzed, declaring there are too many sorcerers. Mordo sets out on a darker path. This teased a villain arc that, surprisingly, hasn't yet unfolded in the main timeline. Though an alternate version appeared in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the moment adds a morally complex layer to the MCU, suggesting internal conflicts within the magical community. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The first of Volume 2's 5 post-credit scenes finds Kraglin testing Yondu's fin and Yaka arrow aboard the Guardian's ship. His training session quickly goes awry, with the arrow zipping around a corner and striking Drax in the shoulder. The moment provides a welcome burst of comedy after Yondu's emotional farewell, while also hinting at Kraglin's future as a more capable and possibly more dangerous member of the team, if he could ever master that inherited weapon. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The second scene reunites Stacker Ogard with his old Ravager crew, a nod to the original Guardians of the Galaxy team from Marvel Comics. Alongside Sylvester Stallone's Ogard appears Michelle Yeoh's Aletta, Michael Rosenbaum's Crystalline Martinez, Ving Rhames, Charlie-27, the alien sorcerer Krugar, and Miley Cyrus as the AI mainframe. While largely an Easter egg for comic fans, The Gathering teased that this crew could return, which they eventually did in Volume 3. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. In the third and possibly most consequential stinger, Ayesha unveils her latest creation, the next step in our evolution, and a weapon to destroy the Guardians. She names him Adam, confirming the arrival of Adam Warlock, one of Marvel Comics' most powerful cosmic heroes. At the time, still cocooned. Adam's debut wouldn't come until Volume 3, where Will Poulter brought the long-teased character to life as both a threat and a potential ally. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. By Volume 2's fourth scene, Baby Groot is long gone, replaced by a moody teenage version. Peter Quill lectures Groot about cleaning his room only to be met with bored defiance. The moment is small but important, signaling that several years will pass before the Guardians' next appearance in Avengers Infinity War. It also marks Groot's transition into a more independent team member, complete with sass and untamed adolescent energy. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The final scene extends an earlier moment in which Stan Lee chats with the Cosmic Watchers. Though it doesn't confirm the fan theory that he's secretly one of them, it implies he has some connection to these all-seeing beings. The gag doubled as a meta-joke on Lee's omnipresence in Marvel films and comics, while serving as one of his most memorable MCU cameos before his final appearance in Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame. Spider-Man Homecoming. In Homecoming's mid-credits scene, Adrian Toomes encounters Mac Gargan behind bars. Gargan seeks Spider-Man's identity, but Toomes denies knowing, saying the hero would already be dead if he did. The exchange subtly shows Toomes' begrudging respect for Peter Parker, setting up potential future encounters, though Toomes' later baffling Morbius appearance confused continuity between the MCU and Sony's Spider-Man universe. Spider-Man Homecoming post-credits. In the final stinger, Chris Evans' Captain America delivers a tongue-in-cheek PSA on patience, directly addressing audiences who sat through the credits expecting a major reveal. The gag humorously flips MCU tradition by rewarding viewers with a deliberately anticlimactic moment, poking fun at the culture of post-credits anticipation while staying perfectly in line with Homecoming's lighthearted and self-aware tone. Thor Ragnarok. Ragnarok's mid-credits scene darkens the comedy as Thor and Loki escort Asgard's survivors toward Earth. Their journey is abruptly interrupted when Thanos' guardian ship, the Sanctuary 2, looms overhead. It's the Mad Titan's first appearance since Age of Ultron, foreshadowing the dire opening of Infinity War, and confirming the Asgardians' troubles were only just beginning in the MCU timeline. Thor Ragnarok post-credits. In the closing stinger, the recently overthrown Grand Master hilariously tries to spin Sakar's revolution as a tie, complimenting rebels for their effort while slyly taking credit for their victory. The scene doesn't set up any future plot, but perfectly preserves Jeff Goldblum's quirky charisma, ensuring the Grand Master remains one of the MCU's most flamboyantly entertaining one-off characters to date. Black Panther. The mid-credits moment sees T'Challa addressing the United Nations, announcing Wakanda will abandon centuries of isolation to share its knowledge and technology with the world. This declaration marks a seismic shift in the MCU's geopolitical landscape, setting Wakanda as a central power, though later events in Infinity War and Wakanda Forever reveal the challenges of maintaining this openness. Black Panther post-credits. In Black Panther's post-credits scene, Shuri greets a recovering Bucky Barnes, now free from Hydra's control. Wakandan children call him the White Wolf, a nod to Marvel Comics lore. This quiet reveal sets Bucky on a path toward Infinity War while planting seeds for his deeper ties to Wakanda, later explored in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Avengers Infinity War. After Thanos wipes out half the universe, Nick Fury and Maria Hill, missing for the entire film, return only to fall victim to the snap themselves. But seconds before vanishing, Fury uses a modified pager to call Captain Marvel, teasing her arrival and hinting at hope amidst chaos. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Scott Lang enters the quantum realm to collect energy, unaware of Thanos' snap as Hope, Hank, and Janet vanish. Lang is stranded inside for what feels like hours, which is actually 5 years. This shocking mid-credits twist sets up his crucial role in Avengers Endgame, where quantum realm time travel becomes essential. Ant-Man and the Wasp post-credits. Following the devastating snap reveal, the post-credits scene offers some dark humor. A giant ant plays drums in Scott's home, mimicking him from earlier. The comedic moment quickly turns unsettling, though, when an emergency signal sounds, signaling the world's chaos and confirming Scott's entire team is gone, leaving him utterly alone. Captain Marvel. In the mid-credits sequence, the Avengers investigate Nick Fury's pager, last seen during Infinity War's ending. When the signal cuts off, Carol Danvers suddenly appears, demanding to know Fury's location. This moment bridges Captain Marvel to Endgame, showing her immediate commitment to aiding Earth's last heroes against the galaxy's greatest threat. Captain Marvel. Back in the 1990s, Goose the Flurkin rests on Fury's desk before coughing up the Tesseract he swallowed earlier. This humorous post-credits scene quietly explains S.H.I.E.L.D.'s possession of the artifact ahead of the Avengers. It's a lighthearted break before the emotional intensity of Endgame, releasing just 1 month later. Spider-Man: Far From Home. In a shocking but welcome mid-credits twist, J.K. Simmons reprises J. Jonah Jameson, broadcasting Mysterio's doctored message. Jameson declares Spider-Man a murderer before publicly revealing Peter Parker's identity. This unprecedented cliffhanger throws the MCU's Spider-Man into uncharted territory, setting up No Way Home as the first live-action exploration of Peter's exposed double life. Spider-Man: Far From Home. In the post-credits reveal, Nick Fury and Maria Hill morph into Skrulls Talos and Soren. The real Fury is shown in deep space, working aboard a massive station. This twist reshapes events from the film and directly sets up Secret Invasion, revealing hidden alien influence on Earth's most trusted figures. WandaVision. While investigating Westview's mysterious barrier, Monica Rambeau is caught snooping by Pietro Maximoff, later revealed as actor Ralph Bohner under Agatha Harkness's control. This moment deepened the show's misdirection. Monica's curiosity would ultimately push her toward becoming Photon and joining the MCU's expanding roster of cosmic-powered heroes. WandaVision. Outside the Hex, S.W.O.R.D. reassembles Vision's original body, drained of color and emotion. Dubbed White Vision, he's powered using Scarlet Witch's Hex energy and sent to neutralize Wanda's conjured Vision. Their philosophical encounter sets White Vision free, leaving his fate and his humanity open for Marvel's future exploration in Vision Quest. WandaVision. In WandaVision's first finale credit scene, a Skrull approaches Monica, revealing her next mission lies in space. This directly connects the Nick Fury off-world operations and sets up the Marvels, where Monica's powers and destiny intertwine with Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel in the fight against an intergalactic threat. WandaVision. The final credit scene shows Wanda living in a remote cabin, secretly manifesting her astral form to study the Darkhold. Her obsession with resurrecting her children foreshadows her descent into villainy in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, fueled by dangerous spells and multiverse-shattering ambition. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Stripped of his title, John Walker forges his own shield in Episode 5's credit scene, signaling his refusal to abandon the Captain America identity. This defiance leads him to assist Sam and Bucky in the finale before being recruited as U.S. agent by the enigmatic Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Granted a full pardon, Sharon Carter regains her government position, yet secretly continues as the power broker. Using her reinstated access to classified tech and intel, she plots to expand her influence. This unresolved thread could resurface in Captain America: New World Order, complicating Sam Wilson's tenure as the new Captain America. Loki. Pruned by the TVA, Loki awakens in the void and encounters 4 strange versions of himself: Classic Loki, Kid Loki, Boastful Loki, and the fan favorite Alligator Loki. This twist fully embraces the MCU's multiverse potential, setting up an unpredictable journey through alternate timelines and the chaos of countless Loki identities. Loki. Instead of a traditional post-credit scene, Loki's finale features a TVA stamp confirming Loki will return in Season 2. This brief stinger teases the next chapter, following Loki's discovery of a changed TVA ruled by Kang's variant, promising more time-bending chaos in the multiverse-spanning continuation. Black Widow. At Natasha Romanoff's grave, Yelena mourns her sister's sacrifice before meeting Valentina. She manipulates Yelena into believing Clint Barton is responsible for Natasha's death, assigning him as her next target. This sets up Hawkeye's emotional conflict, blending grief, vengeance, and the potential for uneasy alliances in the MCU's street-level future. What if? Turning to her timeline, Captain Carter teams up with Black Widow on a mission mirroring the Winter Soldier's opening. Together, they uncover the Hydra Stomper, Steve Rogers' World War II armor, still intact. This tease sets up a potential reunion storyline in What If Season 2, possibly altering Peggy's fate and Steve's post-war legacy. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Wong introduces Shang-Chi and Katie to Bruce Banner and Carol Danvers, revealing that the Ten Rings emit a mysterious beacon. Even Captain Marvel can identify its origin. The scene hints at a larger cosmic threat while showing Bruce back in human form ahead of his appearance in She-Hulk. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Xia inherits the Ten Rings organization, transforming it into her own operation rather than dismantling it. With her Fight Club experience and strategic mind, she may emerge as a powerful player, possibly even an adversary in Shang-Chi 2, blurring the lines between family loyalty and criminal empire building. Eternals. In a surprise mid-credits reveal, Pip the Troll introduces Eros, Thanos' charismatic brother played by Harry Styles. Claiming to know the fate of the abducted Eternals, Eros offers his help. His arrival opens the door to cosmic adventures while reshaping the audience's understanding of Thanos' family in the MCU. Hawkeye. Instead of a cliffhanger, Hawkeye's finale gives fans the full Save the City performance from Rogers the Musical. What began as a humorous background element became an in-universe cultural phenomenon, later referenced across MCU projects, cementing the Broadway-style tribute to the Battle of New York. Spider-Man: No Way Home. Eddie Brock enjoys a drink in Mexico, learning about the MCU before Doctor Strange's spell returns him to Sony's Spider-Man universe. But he doesn't leave empty-handed. A fragment of the Venom symbiote remains, teasing a future bond with Tom Holland's Spider-Man in Spider-Man 4 or Avengers: Secret Wars. Spider-Man: No Way Home. Instead of a traditional stinger, audiences get a full trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It teases Scarlet Witch's return, Baron Mordo's involvement, and a sinister Strange variant. This rare move mirrors the first Avengers teaser, serving as pure hype fuel for the coming film. Spider-Man: No Way Home. In the extended cut, Betty Brant delivers her final Midtown news broadcast at graduation, sharing school memories. Yet Peter Parker is missing from every photo, erased entirely by Strange's spell. The scene quietly underscores the personal cost of Peter's choice, leaving him utterly forgotten by friends and the world. Moon Knight. After hints all season, Moon Knight's violent third alter is revealed. Khonshu, now in a sleek suit, partners with Jake Lockley to abduct Arthur Harrow. In a limo's back seat, Lockley executes Harrow and Amit, setting up a darker potential arc should Moon Knight return for Season 2. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Charlize Theron's Clea bursts into the scene, accusing Strange of causing multiversal incursion. Opening a portal to the Dark Dimension, she demands his help. Without hesitation, Strange follows, third eye blazing, hinting that his next chapter will dive deeper into cosmic chaos and reality-threatening consequences. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Back on Earth 838, Bruce Campbell's Pizza Papa stops punching himself as Strange's petty spell expires. Looking straight at the camera, he announces, "It's over," a playful nod to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The scene serves as Raimi's wink to longtime fans and his ongoing collaboration with Campbell. Miss Marvel. Agents Sadie Deaver and P. Cleary of the DODC review AvengerCon footage showing Kamala's powers. Determined to apprehend her, they begin a pursuit that grows throughout the series. This version of the DODC proves more threatening than the cleanup crew once seen, hinting a deeper corruption in their ranks. Miss Marvel. In the finale stinger, Kamala vanishes, replaced by a stunned Captain Marvel in her bedroom. Their unexpected body swap teases The Marvels, where Kamala, Carol Danvers, and Monica Rambeau find themselves linked, switching places whenever their powers activate. The scene directly sets up the cosmic chaos awaiting in Phase 5. Thor: Love and Thunder. Zeus, alive after the Omnipotent City battles, swears vengeance on Thor. He orders his son Hercules, played by Brett Goldstein, to restore the god's dominance and tarnish Thor's name. The introduction of the iconic Greek hero teases future clashes, though Marvel remains quiet on when Hercules will return to confront the Thunder God. Thor: Love and Thunder. After dying in battle against Gore, Jane awakens in Valhalla, greeted by Heimdall. She's honored as a warrior despite her mortal origins. The moment closes her arc as Mighty Thor, but hints that Norse afterlife and those within it could play a role in future MCU cosmic or mythological stories. I Am Groot. In I Am Groot's magnum opus, Baby Groot's mementos, including a sweet drawing of his 2014 self protecting the Guardians, float away in the void. The short doesn't set up future plots, but the tender image captures Groot's loyalty, while Marvel hints that more bite-sized adventures are on the horizon. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. In Episode 1's Stinger, Jennifer feigns drunken curiosity to pry into Steve Rogers' personal life. Bruce reveals Rogers was not a virgin, having slept with a woman during his World War II USO tour. The lighthearted exchange sets the show's comedic tone while playfully expanding an oddly persistent MCU fan debate. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Episode 2's credits show Jennifer in She-Hulk form, helping her family with mundane, heavy lifting tasks, lifting massive water jugs and mounting a TV. The scene underscores her family's acceptance and comfort with her transformation, grounding her superhero status in relatable domestic moments rather than world-saving spectacle. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Episode 3 ends with a playful office dance break as Megan Thee Stallion and She-Hulk twerk following a successful case. While narratively inconsequential, the scene became a viral cultural moment, showing Marvel's willingness to embrace humor and celebrity cameos alongside traditional superhero action. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Episode 4's post-credits scene features Wong and Madison, the unlikely comedic duo, hanging out and discussing cocktails. While Madison spoils The Sopranos, their relaxed dynamic offers a refreshing departure from high-stakes stingers, reinforcing the series' lighthearted tone and surprising character pairings. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. After Emil Blonsky's re-imprisonment in the finale, Wong portals into his cell, once again breaking him out. This time, however, Wong invites him to live at Kamar-Taj permanently. The moment hints at Blonsky's potential return in future MCU projects, possibly Thunderbolts, and cements Wong's rule-bending tendencies. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. In the film's emotional post-credit scene, Nakia introduces Shuri to her son Toussaint, Prince T'Challa, whom she raised in Haiti away from Wakanda's throne. The reveal honors Chadwick Boseman's legacy while planting seeds for the future of the Black Panther mantle and the royal bloodline in the MCU. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. In the festive post-credit scene, Rocket and Cosmo decorate Swole Groot with ornaments and lights. The playful moment perfectly caps the holiday adventure, blending Marvel humor with seasonal cheer. It's not a story setup, just a reminder that in space, even trees get into the Christmas spirit. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The mid-credits reveal hundreds of Kang variants, led by Immortus, Rama-Tut, and the Scarlet Centurion. Their multiversal meeting marks the next great MCU threat, hinting at the chaos to come in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Defeating one Kang was hard. Stopping all of them may be impossible. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. In the post-credits, Loki and Mobius track a soft-spoken early 20th century inventor, Victor Timely, who's secretly another Kang variant. His genius could reshape history, setting the stage for Loki Season 2's time-twisting battles. It's a subtle but ominous setup for how Kang's influence infects the timeline itself. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. After Peter, Mantis, Drax, and Nebula step back, Rocket leads a new Guardians roster: Groot, Kraglin, Cosmo, Adam Warlock, and young Phyla. The mid-credits scene shows them in action, teasing fresh cosmic adventures. Their next appearance is unconfirmed, but the future of the Guardians feels bright. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Peter Quill visits Earth to reconnect with his grandfather, sharing a quiet moment over mundane chores. It's a heartfelt epilogue to his journey, until a title card promises the legendary Star-Lord will return. No timeline given, but Marvel clearly isn't done with the galaxy's most unlikely hero. The Marvels. In a nod to Nick Fury's first Avengers pitch, Kamala approaches Kate Bishop about forming the Young Avengers. Long rumored in MCU circles, this official discussion sparks fan excitement. If Kamala leads the team, her boundless energy and connections could unite Marvel's next generation of heroes. The Marvels. Monica awakens in a strange reality, greeted by Kelsey Grammer's Beast, confirming she's crossed into a Fox X-Men style universe. With its familiar score and shocking cameo, the scene teases mutant integration into the MCU while giving Monica a chance to meet a variant of her late mother. Deadpool and Wolverine. The mid-credit sequence is typical of Deadpool in that it's not a scene, really. A touching tribute to the 20th Century Fox era of Marvel movies plays to the tune of Green Day's Good Riddance, or Time of Your Life. A direct nod of appreciation for the fact that we wouldn't have Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool or Hugh Jackman as Wolverine without that awkward early phase for Marvel characters. Deadpool and Wolverine. In the post-credits scene, in the TVA headquarters, Deadpool pulls up footage of Johnny Storm saying every bad thing Deadpool said he said about Cassandra Nova. Just a lighthearted nod to the fact that sometimes even Deadpool tells the truth. Captain America: Brave New World. In the post-credits scene, Sam Wilson visits the imprisoned Samuel Stearns at the raft. The leader cryptically reveals he's seen the probabilities and foresees an interworld war, warning of mysterious others ready to strike. His vague prophecy hints at Doctor Doom's looming threat and a multiverse on the brink, foreshadowing the chaos of Avengers Doomsday. And those are every Marvel credit stinger and scene explained in timeline order. What are your thoughts? Which one's your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss these deep dives and strange lore. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks.